I don't think I ever would have messaged her because I think it's a bit weird, like 44-year-old randomly messaging going, "20 years ago, can you do a video or something?"
How many episodes of the walk have you done now? How many in total?
I'd guess 15. I don't know. Yeah.
So this is a question, and I see Cam's got it written down as well. I just want to ask, out of everyone you've taken the walk, who's been your favourite one? And
Obviously Cam.
After me.
After Cam.
After
No, including Cam.
No, it's okay. And Cam's for the next one, and your least favourite one. It doesn't have to be necessarily to do with them as a person, just like the whole day. Like if something really went wrong that day, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Favourite one. I really enjoyed the one with Becky because
Sorry, Cam.
we got drunk afterwards.
Yeah.
She told me that. You just got pissed all day, didn't you?
It was so funny because when you meet someone, you sort of think, oh, I think we're going to get on well, but you never really know do you,
until
for
you
the
do.
first time sort of thing. And it was so lovely because also she'd messaged me, I think first of all about something. I said we should do a video sometimes. Because I don't think I ever would have messaged her because I think it's a bit weird, like 44-year-old randomly messaging going, "20 years ago, can you do a video or something?"
You want to get drunk sometime?
I just think it would have been weird. I don't think I ever would have messaged them. I think it would have been weird. So we went out and did this, and we had such a lovely day together that all the way through, every like hour or so, we were there for like 8 hours just. We walked for a bit and then we went drinking. Every hour or so, one of us would go the other one and go, "I'm having such a nice time. This is such a nice day." And it just went on like that. So I think that was probably my favourite for that reason. Least, I don't know.
Cam.
Least, I don't know.
Cam
was the day that lockdown started, wasn't it? That was announced while we were out.
So it was Cam.
So maybe for that reason. No, I don't.
I could take it.
No, well, that's the easy option because then I can say that and it's joking around. Whereas if I just slag off someone else, it's going to be
Mark Goldbridge.
So we'll go Cam.
It could be whether like it just started torrential raining.
Stevie White one was rainy, but he had a leaf on his head throughout the entire thing.
A leaf on his head.
You don't remember
That's
that?
clever.
I didn't notice at the time, but he had this leaf full of his head. As soon as I think there's a leaf on his head. It's like, what are you? What's wrong with you?
What was Mark Goldbridge like?
Nice, yeah,
Yeah.
really nice, yeah. We literally just I got there, did the walk, and then got on the train back, went up to Birmingham to do it, sort of thing. But he was good. He was sound, yeah.
Is he fully in character the whole time, or is it like him?
I think he's similar, but he obviously plays it out. I think we've got a similar sort of thing.
Yeah,
in that we're sort of an exaggerated version of ourselves, possibly, and. So but no, we were discussing, and in fact, we were saying how people often say to me, "Oh, you're so unintentionally funny." Like, I'm trying. I'm not just documenting this, thinking this is a serious sort of thing. And he says he gets the same as well. So I got my last video. I got messaged going, "Man, this guy's so unintentionally funny." Just takes it to Mark, going, "It's our favourite comment." And he's going, "One day we'll find out whether it's a compliment or not." So it was good. It was good.
You're all very your content is very similar. Where you're both kind of it's kind of like a. Bindi, he does his cooking. It's just kind of daily things, but play up to it a little bit.
It just makes me crease. It used to be a police officer. I don't know why. It just makes me fucking crease.
I was just interested what he was like on the walk because obviously it's not cut or anything. It's just like himself and you two are chilling.
No, he was good. It was just nice. Just as you'd expect. Yeah,
Just vibing.
Probably not as over the top.
Yeah,
but in that he's more chatty rather than playing a sort of character. But yeah, it was good.
I reckon you should take Hasbulla on a walk.
Who?
Oh God,
Hasbulla.
How have you managed
the
to
Lebanese
somehow...
militant organisation?
That's going to be a deep one. Save that for a rainy day.
We were essentially, for people who are listening and watching right now, we were talking on the podcast as we cut cameras
about the massive fight.
About a massive fight which is happening in
with
Russia.
Very little people.
But with very small people. And we asked Robbie if he knew who Hasbulla was, and he said, yes.
Yeah, I said, what, the Middle Eastern organisation? And then he's going, you've got this YouTube channel. I was like, Hasbulla's got a YouTube channel.
I thought he was a big...
Doing the bindies?
At first, I thought he was an Abdul fan. I thought he was like who Hasbulla is. I thought he was like, oh, okay. But no, I just...
you say, well, we want to have a little, this wants to have a little chat about it. And I was thinking, what, if you like?
Open the window a little bit, you know?
Pretty surprising topic of conversation.
Lewis, what are you trying to angle from this?
I wasn't. I was just saying Hasbulla is a perfect person. Let us know, guys. Who do you think will win, Hasbulla or Abdul?
Okay, so the next topic of conversation...
No, I want to keep it on your walks.
Yes, we'll go on to that.
Because who else have you had? You've had Helen Anderson,
Helen,
Jack...
Yeah, Kieran Carlin.
Kieran Carlin, yeah.
It was good.
Least favourite?
Was it my favourite?
No, after Cam.
After Cam. No, it rained a bit. I'm just basing it on the weather. Everyone's been nice. It did rain a bit, but it was good. We had Jack, Stevie White, the easy people to get. Blue Van Man.
He done well. What was your inspiration for starting that? Because I know obviously you can just say, I just want to have a walk with them, but was there certain like a video?
Laziness. Because the thing is, if you do something in a room, you have to have lighting, and if you do something in like a city, you have to worry about the sound. But if you go to the countryside, it's just really easy, and I'm a lazy man. And so I just thought, well, I'll just do that, and I wanted to do something with to meet other people, sort of thing. And it's quite an easy thing. It was also, I was decided doing it during the pandemic, where the only thing you were allowed to do consistently was go for a walk.
But it does.
That was a strange time.
Yeah, it does really well though, because it's people. It's not necessarily something which you'll sit down and be like, okay. But if you're getting ready and you're doing stuff and you want like a chill 30-minute video in the background, I think it's really good for that, because it's kind of like a podcast, but it's in a different setting, so it doesn't feel like a podcast.
Like a podcast, but it's not.
Yeah.
I feel like you're sort of eavesdropping on it.
Yeah.
There's a chat that's going on and you happen to
like
be
a fly on the
there.
wall.
Yeah.
And it's always, like we were saying about laziness as well, it's always easier to, because I know this when I do, collabs are so much easier because you don't have to worry about yourself all the time. You can rely on them to do the dirty work.
Would you ever consider doing it more? I know there's a guy, I don't know if you know him, UFC guy, Brendan Traub.
Yeah,
he has Below the Belt, which is exactly like your thing, which is like a walk, they'll have food, whatever, but it's like very high production, cameramen, different lenses, everything. Would you ever consider trying to up the value, or do you think the value is in how, like, kind of
raw?
Raw.
I think you could do, but again, they don't make enough money to justify spending lots of money on them.
Yeah.
But I think they're quite nice. I mean, they tend to look quite. They're very simply shot, but they're. I've got quite a nice camera. Sort of thing. I've got a decent enough kit to make it look quite nice. But also, what I like about it is that there's nothing, apart from maybe getting the guests, there's nothing that anyone else couldn't do. It's not particularly complicated. There's no real beyond anyone could do that.
Tell that some of them B-roll shots that you make would do. That's one of the best things when we're walking. He goes, 2 seconds, let's put the camera down. He goes, we're just going to walk past it.
I know, walk past the other way, so it looks like it's 2 different shots, but people have forgotten by then because there's half an hour in between. But yeah, there's a lot of that. Isn't it difficult to walk when you're thinking about walking?
You feel like
I'm not sure how this is how I walk. I'm like dragging a leg behind
walking
me.
like someone from GTA.
Like Naomi Campbell.
Who's the person that's most like surprised you, like being like, oh, they were like nicer than I thought, like or just like different than I thought. Not, I don't even mean in like a good or a bad way. Just someone who's been like, oh,
a different preconception.
I was surprised by how lovely Cam was. Not that I didn't think he would be, but the fact that he bought my kids presents, having never met them, was like the loveliest thing ever. And to be fair, now every time
manipulation.
If you ever come to a conversation, I always go, Cam is the loveliest bloke. He's the loveliest bloke. He bought my kids presents, so it worked.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Did they cry on Christmas?
Because the presents were that.
No, I don't think so. But you'd thought about what they like and stuff like that as well. It was really thoughtful.
It's fine. It's Stretch Superman, Is
that what it was?
No, because I remember I was watching a vlog, and which of your sons was like Spider-Man?
Arlo, I think.
Arlo, yeah. So I was like, okay, I think I bought him a Lego Spider-Man thing.
I think I might have swapped the 2 presents over, actually.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I don't think Arlo would have been able to. I think you probably would have, actually. I think I made a mistake. I think you were right and I was wrong.
Yeah.
But I think I swapped them over thinking, well, he's going to struggle making the bits.
Because it had the age was like +7. I was like,
I thought, well, that's near Otto's age. I might swap them over. I think I might have done that. But in hindsight now, Arlo does do a lot of superhero Lego, so you were probably just more on the ball.
Ahead of the curve.
Yeah, well, you can aspire to be that.
Yeah.
That's what I bought them for. It wasn't just a gift; it was something to aspire to be.
It was like a message for the future.
Yeah,
like, one day you will do.
One
this.
day, if you work
hard enough,
he's
an engineer or a superhero. Down to you. Yeah.